Joining us now is OjyOkpe, with stories trending around the world. OjyOkpe is in Valentine mood.
I'm not sure.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's, Dr. Abati. How are you? I'm happy you put a smile on my face.
I can see red. Wine.
I don't think this is red. That's
wine, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what. I think it's burgundy. It's
burgundy
wine or something.
Okay,
yeah.
but your nails red. You're still.
I haven't smiled in a long time. But you know I'm obedient. I'm very, very. I obey the rules and regulations. How are you? Good morning.
I'm doing great, and I'm glad to see you smiling.
It's great.
And you look good in burgundy red.
You look lovely in red, and I know you have plans. I know you have plans, Dr. Abati. What are your plans? Well, all right. Good morning to you viewers and happy Valentine's Day. Let's begin what's trending by celebrating the Super Eagles of Nigeria as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday conferred the team and officials with the prestigious member of the Order of the Niger for their outstanding performance at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, where they secured the silver medal. The president also gifted a plot of land and a flat in the Federal Capital Territory to each player. The president, who received the national football team at the presidential villa, expressed pride in the team and acknowledged their role in fostering unity within the country through their remarkable performance.
It is a great honor for me to receive you, the Super Eagles. Nigeria may not assert itself, but you win all the games, find your way through the challenges, the humility, left your other clubs, and honor your country. You gave us a great excitement. Winning on a soccer field is not everything you stood for. I saw you soaking. I saw you sweating. And I admire you. And trust second, you are a true captain. You are a warrior. Osimhen is a Trojan horse. Lukman didn't look at anybody. I enjoy your camaraderie. I wish Nigeria politics is like that. I can't punch my host. Who is the chief host of the game? I will not conduct myself. I salute them too. As the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, to all of you, I'm honoring you with national honor, members of the Order of Niger. There is a promise of one flat each for every one of you. Equally, we have been encouraged by our landlord, the Minister of FCT, who had promised a plot of land for each and every player.
Again, congratulations to the Super Eagles, well deserved. Dr. Abati, I heard you earlier saying, I hope that they make good on their promise. It's the most important thing about, the land and, the flat. I think it is beautiful to see the Super Eagles, being honored in the way that they've been honored this way. We've heard past administration make pledges. In fact, we've seen horror stories from, our football team. Only, I believe, last year, there was, I think it was the NIA. You attended that event. NIA.
Institute of International
Affairs. Yes, and, it was beautiful to see that ceremony as well. Well done. Kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, in South Africa, thousands gathered at the O.R Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg early this morning to welcome the Bafana Bafana after their performance at the AFCON. The bronze medalists were the first South African men's semi-finalists in the AFCON competition in 24 years. The team were greeted by the crowd of supporters and dignitaries. massive congratulations to the Bafana Bafana as well. 24 years. These people brought come on, the bronze medal. This is amazing to see. I mean, I love the camaraderie. I love the fact that the fans trooped out. There were thousands. There were a lot of videos, if you can pull some of those up. Ayo, you were saying
this is real bronze like gold. You know, Mr. Feni has been saying silver like gold, but this is a true representation of bronze like gold. And I have to say that you cannot but praise the South Africans for seeing the light in all that's happened. And I wish, to be honest, Oji, that they did the same for the Super Eagles. Yes, I know we're used to winning trophies, we qualify, but let's not take it for granted. At the beginning of this tournament, the Super Eagles are not given a lot of chances for winning or even getting anywhere close to the finals. We're hopeful, but people had said that the way they were playing, that we might not even make it beyond the quarterfinals. And then we went beyond that to being in the finals against all odds, after all the heavyweights had, fallen out. And it's just wonderful to see that we're still able to get silver. And these South Africans, we beat them. That's why they didn't get to the finals. So we ought to celebrate. I saw the airport welcome of the Super Eagles. I'm glad that the president sort of made amends for it by hosting them and the promises made to them. But I wish we had a more elaborate welcome for them. I don't know if it was deliberate, but we need to honor, we must always see the silver lining, no matter how dark the clouds are, and we look forward to them bringing home the real gold next year.
Next year. But they were also trolling Nigerians on social media. There was one video I saw of a man saying, it's good these Nigerian people did not win because there will have been a lot of noise. A lot of noise on social, we are very loud.
Part of the reason the Super Eagles probably didn't get the crowd at the airport when they returned was they returned at 5 minutes after 12. Around midnight, that was when they returned. So there were a few persons there. You imagine that at midnight, most people will be in bed. But what we do not support is, the trolling that they have received and the direct personal attacks, particularly on Alex Iwobi. Nigerians should just learn to be sportsmen.
Yes.
You win some, you lose some. That is life. Look at how excited the South Africans are with their bronze medal, and they went to receive them. This is one thing they managed to get after 24 years, and that bronze to them looks like gold. Now, one other thing about that South African squad is that about 10 of the boys that they went to the tournament with play in one club, Mamelodi Sundown. They play in the local league. They are not foreign players, foreign imports. So, and the lesson is, how do we develop the local league in Nigeria that will be able to go to international competitions, and one club, two clubs can supply the team instead of our continued reliance on foreign-based players whose contributions, whose sacrifice we don't even appreciate enough. It is therefore a good thing that the federal government of Nigeria has taking the option of recognizing and celebrating the Super Eagles and making silver also look like gold. We have made the point. The land and the flat allocation should be made available expeditiously. And it was a good thing that the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, was at that occasion, and we were told that he already handed over forms. Those forms should be treated. They should not stay in files. In fact, by a week's time, they should get their allocations and all that so that we can have proper closure in this regard. Now, I made a point earlier that it's good to give them national honor, but we are not giving them money. Ivory Coast, after the victory lap, celebrating the gold that they won, promised the players $82,000 each, and also apartments of the same value. South Africa is planning to give the Bafana Bafana $52,000 each for the bronze that they won. In the Nigerian list of gifts, I have not had any amount to be given to them directly. However, for being runners-up, the Super Eagles have won for themselves $7 million. $4 million. The Ivorians will get $7 million. I think the South Africans will get $2.5 million. Also, DR Congo will get $2.5 million for getting to the level of the third place playoffs. But then congratulations to the Super Eagles, and thank you, President Tinubu, for that, effusive recognition of their efforts and commitment.
Well said, Dr. Abati. Well, we'll continue on what's trending. Former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, on Tuesday, while testifying in the trial of former Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, said that the signature of ex-President Muhammadu Buhari was forged by those who withdrew $6.2 million from the Central Bank of Nigeria on February 8, 2023, to pay international election observers. On Monday, Michael Ogbu, the first prosecution witness in the ongoing trial of the former CBN governor, while testifying in court, narrated how Emefiele allegedly approved the payment of $6.2 million in cash for international election observers in the 2023 general election. He said the money was given out in cash to an official from the office of the SGF named Jubril Abubakar, following approvals by President Buhari after the request was made by the SGF. Boss Mustafa told the court that his signature was also forged, adding that he knew nothing about the money reported to have been withdrawn for the payment of the foreign election observers. I mean, this story was quite alarming. I mean, it's still in court. People are saying, all this money people are sharing in Nigeria, what is going on? In the meantime, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, in a video that has now gone viral, alleged that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration distributed a staggering 135 billion naira to governors for COVID-19 in December 2023. The SAN was speaking during the 18th annual memorial anniversary in honor of Dr. Ransom Kuti. Femi Falana went further to unveil damning money-sharing practices among governors, raising concerns about financial transparency and accountability in the current administration.
In December 7, this regime, Bola Tinubu administration, gave out 135 billion naira to governors to fight COVID-19 in 2023. Do you know what I'm talking about? Last December, they gave out 123 billion. Not 135, you can go. To fight COVID-19. Furthermore, and this must be our demand from here. This regime must, and if we have to go to the street, it's so fundamental. This regime must warehouse the gains of the removal of fuel subsidy and channel it towards alleviating the poverty of our people.
Femi Falana there, a great advocate. He's been speaking so, robustly about transparency and accountability. Even the idea of this, the money from the subsidy removal given to, the poor at this point is very important. Only yesterday we talked about Bayo Ononuga saying Nigeria is a very, very poor country. And he was saying that he's hoping that these policies, including the subsidy removal, will help in our financial situation. But you heard all the allegations there by SAM Femi Falana. They were, the most alarming to me was the COVID-19 funds that was distributed in 2020, just last month.
That was a month ago. Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti's memorial. The main story is about Femi Falana SAN asking for transparency and accountability, which is the same thing that we ask for all the time. Now, there is an NGO called Social and Economic Responsibility and Accountability Project, SERAP, that is constantly taking government to court, asking that government's primary duty is to be transparent and accountable. Every month, these state governments go to Abuja and collect money from FAC. The question is, what do they do with the money? Whether it's COVID money or it's any other kind of allocation from the federal government, it's always a problem at the subnational level. And what it means is that we still face this problem of corruption.
Yes.
Now, COVID, I think Mr. Falana is perfectly, on point to have raised questions about COVID disbursements. Look at the UK. After COVID season had passed, they've been asking questions. They've been investigating how was money spent. On one occasion, even Boris Johnson was called back from what looks like retirement to come and explain how money was dispersed. A peer who had recommended a company for some COVID contracts has had to also ask questions about what happened. How did our husband benefit? Our husband's, companies, how did they end up benefiting from contracts that are awarded? The same thing in Scotland. The former First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, and her husband have also had to, ask questions. In Nigeria here, we saw reports of billions of money of COVID centers. What happened to the equipment procured? What happened to the money that, illustrious Nigerians contributed? I think a probe of COVID disbursements and expenditure and contributions will be necessary for us to have a closure on this. And it's good that at least one or two persons in the National Assembly had raised, questions in this regard. As for the case in court, yes, well, some of those details, are shocking.
Yes.
That a letter would emanate and the signature of the president will have been forged. And the secretary to the government of the federation saying that the letter did not come from his office. The man who purportedly collected the money does not exist in his office, and that the quality of the letter did not even conform with the standard of the office of the SGF. And yet some people collected $62.6 million. And also foreign election observers are not paid by the Nigerian government.
I mean, have you ever
These are some of the
anything
issues.
like
But
this?
government is handling it. The
Yes.
Court of Justice Equal has ordered the arrest and the federal of certain persons involved.
Yes.
And the federal government has placed Interpol on notice and identified 3 persons whose names should be placed on red alert because they are at large. As for the other details, the matter is before the court.
As we all celebrate Valentine's Day today, the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, ahead of the special day, advised the Nigerian public to prioritize their safety and well-being as they celebrate Valentine's Day. The Feast of St. Valentine, which is celebrated annually on February 14th, originated as a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine, and through folk traditions, it has also become a significant cultural, religious, and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world. NACA said in light of the ongoing global AIDS epidemic, members of the public are encouraged to incorporate protection into intimate moments, undergo regular HIV testing, and engage in conversations about sexual health with their partners. I think that this advice is, comes at the right time. I think it was released on Monday. I heard you earlier saying that people say Valentine is about sex. But that's what happens on Valentine's Day, Dr. Abati. A lot of sex happens. So the NACA has warned that we must protect ourselves on Valentine's Day. You are smiling too much. You don't have that issue because you have a partner. They're talking to those, what do you call them? Dr. Abati, I can't say. But let me just take this story before we go.
See Rotus going for massage.
Was it massage?
Massage. It was in a spa. But I hope the massage. I hope the massage ended happily for him. He will come and tell us when he gets back.
That's an interesting wish for
It wasn't just Dr. Abati saying this.
How the
but was he wearing a suit to have a massage?
No,
you have to think about that.
Hold
on. We'll take our final story on the entertainment then. 45-year-old Grammy-winning artist Asha and his longtime girlfriend Jennifer tied the knot on Sunday, February 11th, just hours after the R&B star's headline appearance at the Super Bowl halftime show in Las Vegas. The couple tied the knot at Vegas weddings, with Asha's mother, Jonetta Patton, being one of the witnesses. The pair have been together since 2019 and have 2 young daughters. Asha's Super Bowl halftime performance on Sunday included guest appearances by stars like Alicia Keys and Jermaine Dupri.
So I decided to conversation got
Congratulations to Asha. They've been together since 2019. 2 children. Who knew Asha was going to get married again? Happy Valentine's Day to the couple, and I wish them a long marriage.
What a way to celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm glad to see such, beautiful story. And I think it's an example to a number of men out there. Those who have been acting as canopy brothers, or they say Lord of the Rings. When you've been dating a woman for so long, today is a great day to propose and get married. Like Asha, do the right thing. If you want to be, I think it's so beautiful to see love solidified in this way. So congratulations, Asha. He's having a great time with the Super Bowl performance. He's done really well for himself this season. And he's, leveraging that popularity. Let him keep making the headlines.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I just need a little advice from Dr. Abati before we go about Valentine's Day.
No, congratulations to Asha. But I thought he was the one hugging Alicia Keys.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't they hug?
From behind. And I thought that caused some excitement, and said, why is he hugging another man's woman like that? But it's good to hear now that he has formalized his relationship with his girlfriend. Maybe that will be something strange. You were talking about Valentine's Day and sex. Well, if you look at the reports from previous years, one of the commodities, the sale of which goes up dramatically on Valentine's Day, is condom. And I think 2 years ago, Nigerians held the global record for the sale of condom on Valentine's Day. So you are saying they should support small businesses. I hope that's not one of the small businesses that you are recommending. But of course, it's a day for commerce, for capitalism, for love, for excitement. Depending on your pocket.
Yes. Very important. A day of love. You two lovers, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Why are you smiling? I'm talking to both of you. Yes, okay, why not? I claim it in Jesus' name. Well, happy Valentine's Day to all our viewers. That's all I have for you guys on What's Trending Today. I'll see you all tomorrow.